When on the 15th of August 2019, the former president of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, rechristened Nigeria Prison Service to Nigeria Correctional Service after signing the Nigeria Correctional Service Act of 2019 into law. The intention is to rehabilitate the prisons and serve as a reformist center for inmates awaiting trials and convicts. Many Nigerians thought it would yield to its name by correcting anyone who find him or herself in the facility. But the reverse is the case most times. It is on record that many criminals who were convicted for various crimes, including violent felonies, after serving their terms, often return to society more hardened and encouraged to perpetrate the cruelest crimes than they had committed before going to jail. The essence of reforming these dire individuals seem to have yet to be realized. It appears the entire gamut of Nigeria's justice system, particularly the judiciary and Nigeria's correctional services, are not living up to their billing. Why is it that most convicts who come in contact with the system are not reformed? Cases abound of prisoners hatching criminal plans while still in custodial service serving their terms. As soon as they are set free, they return to society to perpetrate more atrocious criminality against the state and innocent Nigerians. 3 cases of interest are that of the notorious Abuja kidnapper Chinaza Okoye Phillips, Hamzat Adamu and Umar Muazu, who were rearrested for the same crimes for which they were convicted and jailed. Hamzat served 5 years in Kuje Correctional Service. Umar Muazu was committed to Suleja Correctional Service for 3 years, while Chinaza was granted court bail by an Abuja High Court and returned to the life of crime as soon as he got transitory freedom.
What is your name?
Hamza Adam.
Where you come from?
Yankara.
Yankara. When did you leave prison?
Yaushe ka bar prison? Tun bana ne wannan shekarar ne. Shekarar da muka fita kai. Last year 2023.
2023. What took you to prison?
Me ya kai ka prison? Lokacin DSS sun kama ni a Nasarawa. Na je na dauko bindiga ne a 280. Shine suka kama ni na yi wata 6 a wurin su sai wurin DSS. That DSS arrested while he went to Nasarawa to transport guns.
Guns, the same guns. So when you came back, how did you link up with Badamasi again?
Da ka dawo ya aka yi ka haɗu da Badamasi? Badamasi abokina ne. Ni Badamasi ban san yana wannan harkar ba. Sannan kuma da na dawo, that Badamasi is his friend and he never knew Badamasi is into the crime.
Okay, the same business with him. Okay, Badamasi, please. Badamasi Usman. Where are you from?
I'm together with Hamza for my village.
For your village?
Yes, always.
The same village?
Yeah, I'm the same town.
Since when you don't start this business?
Abin da ke akwai ranka yade tsakanina da Allah zan faɗi.
Yeah, you want to speak the truth.
Okay.
Abin da ke akwai ni ban san wannan bawan Allah shi mai gidan Hamza wanda ke daji ana ce mai Muazu. Hamza ya tura mai lambata.
That one man in the bush who is boss to Muazu, that one bandit in the bush, that Hamza sent his number to him.
To daman akwai wata makalkashiya wadda shi wannan mun taba faɗa da shi.
That kai da
da shi Hamza.
That they once have grudges with Hamza.
Shi sai yake dan ban san shi ba ma ido da ido shi mai gidan Hamza.
You don't even know the man face to face.
Sai ya kira ni.
He now called him.
Sai bani buhun dawa guda 4.
He now gave him bag of millet 4.
Da buhuna da empty robobi.
With empty robbers.
Da empty robobi da empty jarakai.
An empty jarakan, sir.
One of the notorious, unrepentant and unremorseful kidnappers, Bello Umar, who was featured in the previous edition of Crime Fighters, reaffirmed his involvement in the kidnapping ring. He narrated to the gathering audience of journalists the millions he and his cohort mauled and threatened innocent victims and their families to part with a whopping amount of money as ransom.
So this next case is arrest of kidnapper Bello Umar, 28 years. On January 27th, 2024, operatives of the IRT apprehended Bello Umar, a 20-year-old man from Safe local government and Zamfara State, suspected of being a kidnapper along with approximately 10 other gang members. He confessed to involvement in numerous kidnappings along the Abuja-Kaduna Expressway, which is based located in the Regina Forest in Kaduna State. Bello Umar admitted to receiving ransom amounts 40 million to 100 million naira. Upon his arrest, 2.2 million naira, his share from a recent ransom collected was recovered. This particular guy was connected or is in connection with the case of the story of the arrested kidnapper in Kaduna, where the DP of Tafa Division rejected that bribe. He is involved in the operation in Buhari, the kidnapping of the Arios and the late lady that was killed. It's the same case. They are connected. He's working with them. Even in our custody here, he was able to recognize Tuko Mohammed, the one that just spoke now, as a colleague in the dirty business. This is still a continuation of the case of that Buhari case. So another one now arrested by RT operatives, but this one majorly he operates along Abuja-Kaduna Expressway, and his own ransom ranges from 40 million to 100 million. Yet he's 20-year-old boy who is dealing with hundreds of millions of naira.
It's pitiful that most of the suspects that were paraded are youths between the ages of 18 and 30. The rising cases of young people getting involved in violent crimes call for concern. The role of the family unit and larger society in disciplining young people seems to have changed quickly. Parents, religious institutions, and the government must reignite the spirit of inculcating morals and values into the children so that the spate of criminality can be reduced drastically.
Behold, don't forget, he's just 22 years. Are you not taking note of the ages?
The case of Lawal Muhammad, a 21-year-old man, a suspected bandit who had hitherto escaped from police custody until he was rearrested, is tricky. It is the case of the rat in the house inviting the outside rat to his home to eat. Police investigation revealed that Lawal handed his uncle's mobile phone, who is the village head of Kwara village in Shiroro local government, to his bandit members to threaten the entire community that unless they were paid the sum of 4 million naira, his uncle would be killed, other community members would be kidnapped in groups.
On the 7th of February 2024 at about 5 p.m., the operatives of STS received information that an unknown person called and threatened the inhabitants of Kwara village under Shiroro local government of Niger State. Detailed investigation revealed that the caller had threatened that if a sum of 4 million naira wasn't paid to him within a stipulated time, the entire Kwara village stood the risk of facing attacks soonest. The operatives of the STS immediately swung into action and through the aid of intelligence, investigated and arrested the above-named suspects, Lawal Muhammad. Upon arrest and subsequent investigation, it was revealed that the suspect had once escaped from police custody before his arrest. He further confessed that he had given out the number of his uncle, who happens to be the village head of the kidnappers, to obtain money from the proceeds. Investigation is ongoing and is there with us. Lawal Muhammad, where are you from?
I stay in Kasakwa.
Why did you call the people in that village that you are coming to attack them? They don't give you 4 million naira.
Wai me yasa ka bada numban kawunka ma mutane cewa an ba su zo ba za su kwashe su?
Gaskiya abincin ne ya ƙare mu a gida.
That they are run out of food.
Out of food. So you place a call to a whole village that they should give you 4 million. If they don't, they still the risk of being attacked. How many of you did the job? Is it only you?
Wai ku nawa ne kuka yi aikin?
Mu daga filanin sai ni kadai muna na a wajen zinare ne tadi ya hana ni.
That him and the Fulani man that he gave the number.
The Fulani man was the one that gave him the number he called.
No, he's the one who gave the Fulani man.
He's the one who gave the Fulani man the number of the village people to call. As the uncle known now that is the one that called, is he aware that he's been arrested now? The uncle that he called.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm sure the uncle will be shocked that this his brother was the one that started the deal. I wouldn't know the guts for someone to call a whole community, not an individual, that are coming to attack, and they demanded for 4 million naira. If they fail to pay, they will attack them. I thank the people in the community who have trust in us. They gave us information, we swung into action, and here is a young man who orchestrated that call and who wanted to rob a whole community. Behold, don't forget, he's just 22 years.
Fighters promoting security consciousness.
I appeal to members of the public to cooperate with the police in their communities, give us information, we will protect you, we will make use of every piece of information you make available to us, we will act on them, and it will be for the good of the community and your good. Thank you.
Fighters promoting security consciousness.
Every week since January, the first public relations officer, ACP Olusegun Adeniyi, has not relented in churning out the successes and the giant stride the police took to arrest these unscrupulous criminals, disturbing the peace and tranquility of the society.
So far in February, have resulted in the successful rescue of numerous kidnapped victims nationwide, who have joyously been reunited with their families. These achievements are testaments of our shared commitment to protecting lives and upholding the safety and security of our communities. Recently across the country, there have been several feats of achievement by the men and officers of the Nigeria Police Force. Within the period of 2 weeks under review, we have arrested nothing less than 72 suspects. We have rescued nothing less than 22 kidnapped victims who have been reunited with their families. Out of these 72 suspects, 34 kidnapped suspects. We have recovered many arms and ammunition and other dangerous weapons that are being used by these criminals to cause pains and sorrows to our beloved ones in this country. Out of these cases recorded from various commands in Nigeria, we have a case of arrest of suspected kidnappers that on 2nd February 2024 at about 9:30 a.m., acting on actionable intelligence, the anti-kidnapping unit of the Federal Capital Territory Command in a coordinated operation arrested 6 suspected kidnappers, namely Buhari Mohammed, 20, the gang leader who has been on the wanted list of the command for a very long time. Mohammed Sabiu, 20, Isa Abdullahi, male, Hamzat Musa, male, Fatima Abdullahi, 22, and Zoliat Yusuf, male, 23. All the suspects were apprehended in one hotel in a village along Airport Road in Abuja. During interrogation, suspects confessed to having been responsible for the abduction of one Joshua Eze, on 27th of January 2024 around Sabo Lube. The husband of one Blessing Eze, who suffered a bullet injury in the process of her husband's abduction. Efforts of the authorities led to the successful rescue of the said Joshua Eze on 28th January 2024. 1 AK-47 rifle, 3 cutlasses, 10 mobile phones, cash sum of 345,000 naira, and other valuables were recovered from this suspect who have confessed to the crime. In a similar development, 31st of January 2024, at about 9:30 p.m., the DP of Sabon Tasha Division, Kaduna State, Command received information from his men that while they were on joint patrol of the Kaduna-Kachai Highway with other sister agencies, they received a distress call that a house at Mamara Damishi village belonging to one Simon Zango. A patrol was immediately extended to the scene where an unsuspected number of suspected armed bandits were encountered, and in the process of a Sifiagon duel, the bandits succumbed to the superior firepower of the security operative and retreated. The members of victims' family were rescued alongside their neighbors with his wife and 2 children, totaling 7 rescued victims. Efforts have been intensified to locate the bandits and rescue the last hostage in their captivity.
Cultism is another mode of ruthless crime that is ravaging Nigerian society. Its actors are deadly and audacious. Secret cult members have no regard for the law, and their clandestine activities have wreaked havoc and untold hardship on many dwellers in different parts of the country, especially the southern part of Nigeria. Many people have been sent to their graves as a result of cult-related activity. Edo State, in the southern part of Nigeria, is considered the epicenter of cultism. Often, some unsuspected youths are initiated surreptitiously without having an idea of the initiation. Although the state government is waging war against the menace to curtail or reduce the illicit activities of these groups to the barest minimum, some of the cult members are hell-bent on continuing their vile pilots in the state. 3 members of the secret cult Eye Confraternity were arrested last week by the Special Tactical Squad STS and FIB Intelligent Response Squad IRS of the Inspector General of Police as they engaged in their covert activities in the wee of the night. One of the members of these cult groups, Edosa Obasui, who was arrested in Ekpoma, Edo State, confessed to being a member of the secret cult group for the past 12 years. Other members who were nabbed are Abumere Endurance, Monday Obutu, and Esther Abumere, who admitted to belonging to the Eye Confraternity as they were arrested. They made confessional statements to have been terrorizing the people of Edo State.
Following ongoing investigation into the daily killings and arrests caused by rival secret cults in Edo State, operatives of the Force Intelligence Department (IRT) arrested Edosa Obashi, Abu Mary Endurance, and Monday Otubu in the Ekoma area of Edo State. The suspect confessed to be members of Eye Confraternity and admitted to their involvement in the killings and cult activities in the mentioned area. A search of their residences led to the recovery of 2 pump action guns, numerous voter cards belonging to different individuals, 19 live cartridges, 4 expended cartridges, 1 wooden carved gun, that's a dummy gun, illicit drugs, charms, and their cell phones. During interrogation, they affirmed that the killings in the state were carried out by the Eye Confraternity as a result of the rivalry between Eyes and Mafite. We are on with our investigation. You recollect that recently Edo has been battling with correlated crises, not ordinary crises, killings in numbers, in scores. And that's why the IGP gave instructions to our tactical units to move to this troubled state, to liberate our people there. We have arrested these ones, and even the command there has arrested many of them. We are still working on how to decimate activities of cultists in Edo State. In fact, the common saying is that Edo is the headquarters of these bad boys, cultists. But we need to work with members of the communities in Edo State, with our elders, leaders in Edo State, and are working with the government of Edo State to make sure we tackle this problem head on. If you don't tackle cultism, we are toying or we are playing with fire, because they will graduate to hardened criminals and they will do more harm to us.
Fighters, promoting security consciousness.
We, based on what we experienced in most of these states, Edo, and many states in the southwestern part of the country, and other vices recorded in some of our states, including Kano in the north, particularly drug-related crisis. That is why the IGP has restructured and reorganized the protocol for Nigeria Police Force. We are having coordinators in all these geopolitical zones, 6 of them. And the national coordinator will be at the headquarters Abuja here. Incidentally, somebody you know, BC Okobi, former PRO in many states, is the new Pokakov coordinator now. We need to tackle cultism and other related vices. It is very, very important. And that is why we are urging Nigerians to support us, support the NDLA in the battle against misuse and abuse of illicit drugs. And we are tackling this from our own hand, and we are meeting at a point so that we can have better security in this country. Edosa Obasui, which town are you from?
Edo State.
Where in Edo?
Ikpoba-Oka local government area. Ikpoba-Oka.
Ikpoba-Oka local government. Are you a student?
No, sir.
Are you a graduate?
No, sir.
Did you go to school at all?
A school cert holder.
School cert holder?
Yes, sir.
What took you to cultism?
It was one of my bad friends that involved me some time ago.
Involved you? How did he involve you? What did he tell you to convince you?
He deceived me. That is the best way.
Since you've joined the God group now, am I right?
Yes, sir.
What have you gained?
Nothing, sir. Absolutely
nothing.
Yes, sir.
What is your message to people like you there in Edo and any part of the country who are into cultism and killing people?
For as many that have gotten themselves involved, they should eschew from that. There is nothing in there. And for as many that have not gotten themselves involved, they should just stay as a good Nigerian.
Can you tell us here now how many people have you killed personally?
I have never killed anybody.
But you have witnessed killings as a cult guy. You have witnessed killings where your people, they dog people.
No, I've never been there.
You've never killed? You have never seen it?
No, sir.
Since when did you join?
About 12 years.
12 years. And you have not witnessed killing?
No, sir.
How many people have you initiated to here? How many people you have taken into that group personally, the way they took into it?
2.
2?
Yes, sir.
In the last 12 years?
Yes, sir.
2?
Yes.
Do you have parents? Are they alive?
My dad is late.
Your dad is late. What of your mom?
My mom is still alive.
Is she aware you are here?
Yes.
Does she know you are a cultist?
We don't tell them.
You don't tell your parents. So your mom is not aware.
No, sir.
You never told her of your involvement.
No.
Anyway, I think it's all the same thing. They belong to the same group, a confraternity in Edo State. And he has given his word of advice to young ones out there that there's no gain in it. Cultism is destructive. Don't do it. Anyway, investigation will unravel whether you have killed or not. And I'm sure our officers will adopt forensic analysis and investigation to get more facts.
Fighters, promoting security consciousness.
Police, trusting the police at all times, to work with us. Police is our friend. That's what we are made to know, and we believe strongly on that. And they will continue to be our friend. Like one of our paramounters have said, I want to affirm that to whom much is given, much is expected. We are royal fighters. Our role primarily is to support the police to succeed, report crimes in our community to the police. They in turn reciprocate immediately to ensure that such criminality or such happenings is immediately checked.
Crime fighters, promoting security consciousness.